Well, good morning. It's a nice cool morning here. Enjoying some coffee. About to head out to the land to meet with the builder, and he has his excavator guys that are coming to do some surveying. We have the corners set out. Oh, got in the sun. We have the corners set out of the house and the workshop slash barn, and he's going to use his laser to shoot everything, get the elevations, and get everything set so that I think he said later today or maybe tomorrow they're dropping off the heavy equipment to start digging. So very exciting. I'm getting amped up. I'm getting some caffeine going, and I'm going to head out to the land. It's going to be a good day.
What's the math?
Every one of those blue flags that you see is a recording with GPS down to the inch of where our corners of our house are going to be based on our plans. So I actually jumped on the mower and started mowing some of these sections because next we were turning our attention to the driveway. So we've played around with some different ideas for where the driveway should go, but these guys, as soon as they start digging, they're going to also dig the driveway just to the rough point so that we can get some big rock in there so that the trucks don't totally destroy it. But it was very important to go ahead and get all this laid out ahead of them being there so they weren't waiting on us. Originally, we were going to have the driveway basically go straight down this hill where you can see that yellow dotted line, and then it kind of curves to the right as it goes farther. But we ended up changing course, and you'll see that in a little bit. Until we were sure about the placement of the driveway, we were just kind of doing a dotted line here in the grass so that we could get a good idea of what it looked like. Sometimes with 600 feet of driveway, it's a little hard when you're down there doing it. You kind of have to mark a little bit and step back and see what it looks like overall.
And just have it curve to your right. You want it going straight to the driveway?
Well, it's up to you. If you ever want.
My builder had this good technique where he would do kind of this crouched ninja walk, and he would keep his arm really steady, and that way he could look forward ahead where we had kind of put certain markers, and it was a nice, gentle sloping thing. Otherwise, if you follow points too closely or you're looking down, your lines aren't going to be very straight.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned, this was a process. You see us stomping out some of these old lines where we had marked previously, and we just changed our mind. It didn't end up looking quite like we wanted it, so there were a few times that we had to do this and change what we had originally done.
Outside one, okay?
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna maintain about this distance. You got it right there?
Yep.
Once we got one side where we were very happy with it, we started using a tape measure and measuring out 12 feet and put in a mark. That way we could get our other side that was exactly parallel to the one that we had laid out, and the end of the driveway will end up being about 12 feet wide. At this point, if you look closely, you can see those wear lines where we had driven a lot straight up that hill to where the house site is. And then if you watch the blue flags that we've planted about every 10 feet on our new proposed section, it kind of swings out to the left and then curves back to the right up to the house. And that's what we were ultimately seeing if we wanted to go for. I hopped in my truck and drove it a few times just to see what it felt like, because this is going to be our driveway. It's going to be the way we leave and come back to the house each time. So I wanted to make sure that this was something that we liked, that felt good, that like made the land look nice as you're approaching the house. And one of the best ways to do that is to drive it as if it's going to be a driveway. And here I am going back up the driveway as if I just came off the main road and the shared driveway, and now I'm on our land, heading up the 2 acres that's on the downhill side into the 3-acre plot that is where the house is going to be, up past those trees. And right here where you see me parking the truck is going to be basically where our garage is in the house. At first, when I gave the option to Rebecca while she was at work of the straight driveway or the new curved proposed one, she was a little indifferent. She just said, pick one, it doesn't matter. I like it either way. But she ended up coming out there after work and drove up there with me a couple times back and forth with the new curved spot. And she said, no question in my mind, this is definitely the way to go. I want to do this for sure. And just like when I was trying to get a feel for it in my truck, I drove her up and down there a few times so that we could see exactly what it felt like to leave the house, to come back to the house, and make sure that this is exactly what we wanted.
Well, I did a bunch of stuff out at the land, as you saw, got all the driveway laid out multiple times. And when Rebecca and I went out this afternoon, we actually moved the flags and laid it out one more time. And I think we really have a curve that we like, just some gentle sloping curves going up that cool hill. And I'm pretty happy with that. And Rebecca said she's really happy with that and she loves it. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one.
I know it seems trivial to spend so much time on something like driveway placement, but Rebecca and I like to take extra time up front with this type of thing to really get the full enjoyment of our property. Every time we leave and every time we come back to the property, we want to kind of smile as we drive back on the driveway and think, we designed that, we did that. And that's just kind of our goal going through these steps.